in some ways, the Shindig is quite like a lot of predecessing Mickey Mouse cartoons. But because Minnie Mouse has a much more active role in this episode, it makes it a little bit more unique. This was released in 1930, directed by Burt Gillett, and as is the case with a lot of shorts that came before this one, Mickey Mouse and barn animals are having a good jolly old time to music. Mickey is playing the fiddle, a lot of the animals are kind of boogieing along. I don't know if you boogie to a fiddle, but a lot of them are, dancing and having a really nice time and having a lot of entertainment. This happens in quite a few Disney shorts that came before this, maybe a couple that came after if I get my dates correct. And to begin with, I thought, okay, this is basically the same. Not expecting anything unique with this. But then Minnie comes along, and Minnie has a more prominent role in the barn dance than she's ever had before in any of the shorts that came before this that were very similar. So credit to it. It brought in something unique, gave us a chance to get to know Minnie in a more positive way. Because Minnie in the 1920s, and perhaps in a couple of 30s cartoons that came before this one, was usually a damsel in distress. Mickey was usually there to save her, usually from Pegleg Pete, but at this point we have her in quite a merry setting where there's a lot of music, we have the harmonica playing. The music, I have to say, the sounds for this, soundtrack, the sound effects, everything's brilliant. It sounds fabulous. It's just the narrative that's a little bit repetitive at this point. If I were to analyse it in isolation, let's say I haven't seen any of the previous barn-based musical Mickey Mouse shorts, I'd say it's very good. There's a lot of lively dancing and music. We get a really nice opportunity to find out more about Mickey's happy personality and Minnie. It's certainly the most well-developed of all the barn dance ones, and I guess it probably is my favourite. By this point, I'm growing weary of this as a narrative structure. Minnie Mouse was great though, and of course we have the fantastic voice cast of Walt Disney and Marcellite Garner as Mickey and Minnie Mouse respectively. On its own, I can't fault it. It's a lot of fun, really enjoyable, very entertaining and lively and enthusiastic. But because this is not unique and something that Disney had done quite a lot up until this point, I would have preferred to have seen a fresher location and a narrative that was maybe just in a different setting.